The Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, has come out with a circular that says that about 77,000 crores of amount that was owed to SEBI from various entities is in doubt, that they will not be able to recover that. Let's take a quick look at the players who owe SEBI a lot of amount and what really happened and all the different details of what the SEBI has been able to do and what I think they need to be doing. That part will come after we take a look at the data that SEBI has provided. First of all, please like this video. If you have not already subscribed to our channel, kindly do so. And if you are seeing it on a smartphone, please click on the bell button for notifications. SEBI is categorizing about 73,287 crores as difficult to recover. Which ones are these? Who are the biggest people from where money is owed? Right now, the total amount that the market owes SEBI is 1.02 lakh crores. Everything now is in thousands of crores, and sometimes it's even in lakhs of crores. That's how big the market has become. 62% of the total amount is attributed to PACL Limited and Sahara India Commercial Corporation Limited. We know that Sahara has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. Now we are coming to know that they also owe a lot of money to SEBI. Who else? 77 cases involving close to 70,482 crores or 69% of the total amount are undergoing parallel proceedings, meaning SEBI has issued notices, they are trying to recover the money. Now what will happen is many of these people will go knocking on the doors of the SEBI appellate tribunal and strike down the amount for one reason or the other. This is where SEBI's weak point is. I'll come to a specific example as to how SEBI really botched it up at the end of this session, and I'll tell you why, and so you may want to watch it till the end. SEBI's recovery proceedings are subject to directions and approvals of respective court and committees. Like for example, I said you have the SEBI Appellate Tribunal SAT, and it is believed that those people who are doing all these shenanigans had their persons already installed in SAT. I have to tell you some stories, and I'll be happy to do so at the end of this video. So here it is. SEBI's recovery proceedings are affected by the moratorium in cases where the insolvency and bankruptcy code is invoked. So once you have this IBC invoked, then essentially those people who are saying that, oh, we are into insolvency, that we have declared bankruptcy, then basically they are protecting whatever is left of the assets and refusing to pay the money that they owe SEBI. And these things are, interest keeps compounding, and the longer they wait to pay, the more money they have to pay. So somehow somebody is trying to wriggle out of their commitments. Segregation of such DTR dues is purely an administrative act. And 144 cases involving flouting securities laws were taken up by SEBI in 2022 and 2023, and that is more than 59 cases the previous year. So SEBI is really cracking the whip. I'm glad to hear that. Now, here is the report card. 152 cases completed, 144 cases taken up for investigation related to various violations of security laws. 85 cases taken up for investigation were related to market insider trading. India has rampant market insider trading. I've said this thing in my book, C Company. I've said this thing in many fora, and I've also told you where that thing is happening and how it needs to be stopped, but nothing has so far happened. So that is the disappointment I have. And 54 have been flagged for market manipulation and price rigging. And again, this is something that I've dealt with at length. 5 are for violations of securities law. Now, SEBI's investigation is based on references received from its Integrated Surveillance Department, Operational Debt, and external government agencies. See, sometimes ED may be chasing somebody and then they might come across a transaction that looks very dubious. In fact, I even had a video about how, options, there was money laundering going on using options. I mean, people are deviously clever, I tell you. That's what really is happening. 67 enforcement actions were initiated by SEBI during 2022 and 23, and 333 cases were disposed. Now, so this is the report card for SEBI, if you will. Now, where do I see problems with SEBI? First of all, if you take a single example as to how the SEBI goes about doing its business, remember that whistleblower letter that was written about NSE to SEBI. Then what did NSE do? The whistleblower's letter was published in Money Control, and they asked some questions of NSE and SEBI, and NSE turned around and sued them for defamation. And luckily, I would say, the reason I say luckily is because the judge was able to see through the shenanigans of NSE, and he threw the case out. In fact, he awarded some damages to Money Control, Debashish Basu and Sujata Dalal, and that stopped the NSE from suing spree. That was 2016 or so. After that, in 2017, this thing came up again. Then we knew that the co-location scam, the rigging, the whole shenanigans started coming out. And we have written and we have done so many videos on this. You can go back and look at Colo scam, and you'll see a lot of videos from me on what really happened, what exactly is the scam. I mean, mota, if I have to tell you, many ways in which people were rigging the stock exchange. One of them was like, what happens in the movie Kala Bazaar that came in, I think, in the 1950s, featuring Devanand. Basically, you go to a cinema theater, and if the movie is good, you go and buy all the tickets beforehand. And those of the people who show up to watch the movie, they'll come with their family. They have their whole evening planned out. And they'll say, okay, fine, I have to pay 10 rupees more per ticket. They'll curse the guy who's selling the tickets. It's called scalping in the United States and the West. And go and watch the movie. So for every ticket sold, this guy makes 10 rupees. Just mota, right? Something similar was happening in the stock market. That was one of the things. There were other ways in which they were trying to do. But the most important takeaway here was it was proven that rigging did happen, and NSE was charged 1,000 crores fine. Amazingly, this report was written by SEBI, whole-time member. The report refused to mention the word fraud committed by NSE. So it was all other things, this thing happened, that again, disgorging, that, all pretty nonsense. It was a very weak report that SEBI put out, and guess what happened? The NSE challenged it. In fact, not only was the NSE asked to find, they also recommended that Chitra Ramakrishna, Ravi Narayan, all these people be debarred from ever trading in the stock market and so on and so forth. But the order, the actual report of SEBI was so weak that they could easily go to the SEBI appellate tribunal and get it squashed. So today, neither Ravi Narayan, nor Chitra Ramakrishna, nor the NSE has paid a single rupee of fine for all the things they did. What I'm told, and this is the distressing part, is that even today, they have a direct connect between BSE and NSE using fast copper lines, fast fiber lines, which essentially helps the people who are indulging in this to continue to play the game of scalping tickets. So basically, rigging is still going on. That's what I'm told. And I don't understand why the Modi government talks big but never acts. This is one of my biggest grouses against this government. This is not an easy crime to solve, but however, having seen the thing, why can't the whole-time member be pulled up for doing this? Because we know who that person is attached to. And why are the people like Dr. K.P. Krishnan, Ajay Shah, why is there no news about them? Now Chitra Ramakrishna wants to give interviews because she thinks that she has done her time in jail, that nothing has been proved. And what about the Himalayan yogi? Who is that? Anyway, so these are all problems that still haunt the SEBI. SEBI needs to make a clean break, and SEBI needs to act decisively and firmly. Their reports have to be untouchable. The SAT is another bunch of people who are all, connected one way or the other with the previous regime. 10 years into BJP, I'm still saying this because nothing has changed. These people never retire. They get extension after extension after extension. So this is the sad state of affairs. And I don't know when Indian stock market is really going to help the real persons who need it the most. That is, people with good ideas. They should be able to go to the stock market and raise money for their ideas. I'm still waiting for that day. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.